guys, how art thou? Update, sorry about the wind noise. I'm going to apologise for it now. There may not even be a video. If it's too windy and there's no video, I'll say goodbye here. Thanks for watching, see you next video. Hopefully there's no wind. I'm trying the Hero 7, isn't it? I'm back on the GoPro again. I've reset it. I still haven't had a lot of joy with the image stabilisation on it. It's on the gimbal. I've got it on the G5 gimbal, and I know that this is going to give me fantastic footage. It's going to look really good. It's going to look quite crispy. Don't know about the low light performance, but it's definitely better than handheld. I'm going to be really happy with it, except the audio is only in the camera. Now obviously with the Hero 7 and the Hero 5 I believe you need the adapter to plug the microphone into. Only problem is when it's on the gimbal I can't plug the adapter in, which means I can't plug in the microphone, which is not very good, is it? I did have that problem with the Hero 4, but you used to plug the little adapter in and you were still able to plug a mic into it. The problem with the Hero 4 was by having the adapter plugged in all the time, it broke the USB port, didn't it? A very lovely chap mended for me, so thank you mate if you're watching. I've still got it, I haven't got rid of it. It's still a good camera, but I won't be using it for audio anymore because obviously the port's not strong enough. I'm stuffed in that regard now. We've got better quality footage, it does 4K, you can have 120 frames, brilliant camera, rubbish audio. Or I have at the moment. Obviously the image stabilisation isn't working for some reason. I may have to reflash the firmware, I don't know. Have any of you guys had the same problem? Yeah, so I'm trying out the Hero 7 on the gimbal today. So how are we doing guys? Hope you've had a great weekend whenever this has gone up. I've got a bit behind, I'm afraid. This is a bit of a waffly one. Yeah, so sorry about the wind noise. There's nothing I can do about it. I'm going to have to record the audio separately, but I'm going to use this camera. I've got problems with that as well. As you probably know, I bought an H1, bought the H1N, which is the newer one, but I ended up getting lots of problems with battery drain. I found out that I've got one of the faulty ones, and I've had it too long to be able to send it back and change it now, so I'm stuck with the damn thing. I believe the first 4,000 or so, I think that was by the serial number, recorders that were made, they had dodgy capacitors in them. They ended up with significant battery drain. Even when you're using it, the battery drain is ridiculous. I could put a fresh set of batteries in it and it literally only lasts a couple of hours. Literally 24 hours and the battery's flat. When it's switched off, you have to take the batteries out, which again is a right pain in the neck. You have to reset it every time you put new batteries in, which is really annoying. It's a pain in the neck because every time you turn it on, you've got to put the date in, you've got to put the time in, you've got to muck about. If you just want to turn it on and use it, you can't. You've got to set it all up every time you put new batteries in it. It's a pain in the ass. Yes, it took me a little while. I think somebody did put a message in one of the comments when I mentioned it in one of the other videos, so I thank you for that, whoever that was. I did a bit of my own research and yes, you're right, it is the first 4,000 I believe that were made. They're dodgy capacitors, so I'm gonna have to get myself a new set of batteries to go with it now. What's the next update then? Because lots of things going on. Camcorder update. I had to send it back. I've got the HCX 920 camcorder from Panasonic. Again, this was the same one like Rick had.
We might not be getting any vlogs up here in the future. They're going to be expanding the airport and they reckon an extra 5,000 flights. So there might not be anything. So we won't have any audio to be able to film anything. I bet this could be unusable footage. Unusable. There'll be nothing I can film in this. None of this can come out. It's all bloody windy.
Unfortunately, it kept locking up. I was using it and the screen would go green and it would just switch itself off. So as to whether it was overheating, don't know. I had to take it back, which was a real shame because I liked it. Unfortunately only got to do one vlog on it before I had to take it back, so obviously that might have been one of the ones you've seen already. But I've got another one. I've got a newer model this time. I've got the HV980, VX9, oh I can't remember, which is the next model up from the one Damon has. I liked his, so I'll be doing a review on that one. If you want to get yourself a good 4K camcorder, you can pick them up really cheap now. I think where sensor technology has moved on so fast over the last few years that you can pick them up for stupid money now. They're so cheap and they're really good quality. It's as good as the quality from my G7 apparently, or I think it is. I think it's a 1-inch sensor. I'm hoping for good results. Obviously it's only a camcorder, so the lenses aren't as good. I believe they were £700 when they were new, I believe. I believe you can buy a new one still. This camcorder was made back in 2016, so it's not a new model by any means. I think they've only brought 2 or 3 models out since. I believe the VX1 is the one that's out now. You can still buy these brand new, and I think you can get them for £400, I think, £399, something like that. But I have seen them cheaper than that. I didn't pay nowhere near that for it. Nowhere near. It was second hand, so it's nowhere near that price. I wouldn't have bought it if it was that expensive. I haven't got that money to spend. It's all good, hopefully. So hopefully that will be coming today, and I should do a review on it. Hopefully you've got to see a video. You probably haven't, and I've probably had to get rid of all of it because the wind noise. So, have a night, guys. Have a great rest of the day. I'll see you next video.